Hey guys, I'm gonna go ahead and do a talk through this time around just because I don't do them very often and I have some new products that I wanted to try out, so I thought why not go ahead and do a talk through. Forgive me, I have my hair up. I've been trying to let it air dry because with the winter months and everything, my scalp seems very dry and irritated, so I try to let it air dry as much as possible, but it gets all up in my way because it gets very frizzy. It kind of look like a frizzy poodle as it dries. So it's up out of the way. I don't exactly know what I'm going for, like look wise. So yeah, this could be really fun. But the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and take my Too Faced Hangover RX primer. I found this again, and since my skin has been dry and my scalp has been dry, I figured why not go ahead and use this because it does help. However, it's been a while since I've used it and it's got some yuckies in it. Okay, so we'll try it this way. I hope your guys' Christmas and New Year's went good. Mine was a little emotional, but it wasn't bad. I think it's one of those things that's like, my grandpa got really sick with lung cancer and he passed away very, very quickly, like within 3 weeks of them diagnosing him. So I think 3 weeks and some odd days, so. It was a little emotional, but I know where he is at, so that kind of helps. The next thing I'm going to take is my Benefit Erase Paste, and this is in number 2 medium. And I'm going to take that on a Sigma Precision Flat Angled P88 brush. This thing is so stained, it's ridiculous, but I'm actually thinking about getting the Morphe, I think it's the E20 or maybe the E8. I don't remember which one it is that I put down on my list, but it's one of those two. For foundation, I have been doing the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte with the Urban Decay Naked Skin, and I finally got to the store and they actually had the 101 available. So I'm going to mix the 101, which is Classic Ivory, and the 102, which is the Shell Beige, which I have been using. And hopefully that'll give me my perfect shade since it's wintertime and I'm really more pale than normal. I'm hoping that the ivory isn't too pink. It's hard to do it in the stores because you can't try these out. That is the one good thing about high-end makeup, because you can try everything. With drugstore, you can't. But by golly, I wish they could. Okay, I'm just going to take that with my beauty blender and blend it out. That mixed quite perfectly, actually. I'm impressed. I'm really glad that I could finally found the 101, because I've been hunting for it for a while at Ulta, at my local Meijer. I looked at my Walmart, or somewhere else that I looked too. Nobody ever had the 101, and I was like, I need that one. So I was glad that I finally found it. Okay, so the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to take my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in Light Plus, just to lightly set my face, and not underneath the eyes, but mainly just all over the rest of my face. For under eye concealer, I'm just going to use my normal, the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in Vanilla. I'm not going to go anything crazy today, but I'm actually really excited to try the new Makeup Forever concealers. I've seen a lot of talk about those, and those look really nice. Does anybody know when they actually come out though? Because everybody that they've like sent it to has said that they didn't get like a release date, so now I'm all curious. And I also want to try the Makeup Forever Ultra HD foundation, but I've never used their foundations, so I don't even really know like what shade I would be in. And the girls at my Sephora are, I don't know. For one, I have a hard time finding my shade. Every time they do like the little matchy thing on me, it literally comes up with like 2 foundations, and I usually have to like mix them, which is what happened with the Too Faced Born This Way. It's too yellow. I can't use that, which sucks because I've had it for so long. I don't want to just take it back, but because I mean I've had it for a while. I don't ever use it though because it just doesn't match me. And then to set my under eyes, I'm going to use my Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder with, I'll go ahead and use my Sigma Tapered Highlighter. I just use this because it packs on the collar, the powder really nicely. And then I usually take that powder and I set my, I pretty much set wherever I put that concealer. For bronzer, I'm going to use the Milani Baked Bronzer in 05 Soleil. Looks like that. I actually really like this. It has a little bit of shimmer, but it doesn't actually come off on your skin. And what little bit it does is not like crazy amounts where it makes you look like you're glowing from, you know, like a disco ball. It's subtle. But it's a nice shade, kind of warms up the skin a little bit, but not too orangey. But you do have to have kind of a light hand with it because it is very pigmented, so it can make you look like a Oompa Loompa really fast if you're not careful. Do you see the frizziness that I'm telling you about? My goodness. And I do actually take that down my neck just a little bit. I'm going to do a little bit of a contour. For contour, I'm going to use my Anastasia contour kit and just go in with the middle color, which is Fawn, I do believe. And I'm going to take the Sephora Airbrush Powder brush. For blush, I'm going to use the Milani Baked Blush in Berry Amour. This is a newer blush for me, but I really like it, especially for like wintertime because it's just kind of like a nice rosy pink color. Oh, and I'm using that on a Sephora Airbrush Pro 55, the limited edition rose one. I'm actually going to do my eyebrows and prime my eyelids, which that will be with the Elizabeth Mott Thank Me Later eyeshadow primer that we got in our Ipsy bag. And then I will be right back. Okay, so I zoomed you in just a little bit. I went ahead and I primed with that Elizabeth Mott primer. I actually really like it. It gives me something else to use besides my MAC Painterly paint pot, and I actually really like the formula. It makes my eyeshadows last a long time, and I just like the consistency of it. I don't know, it's really nice. But as always, I'm going to take my IT Cosmetics Naturally Pretty palette, and then I'm going to go in with Sheer Joy just to set that primer so that it stays. It kind of has a little bit of a silicone feel, but not like some of the other ones. I don't know, I really like it. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my ColourPop Metamorphosis Be the Change, the Coffee Break with Danny quad. But I think for my crease, for just the start, I'm going to go ahead and use that Naturally Pretty palette again. And I'm going to go in with the color Warmth, just to put in my crease as a transition color. And then if there's some tutorials or looks that you guys would like me to use either with this, or I'm going to have a Morphe palettes haul coming up here. It may actually be up before I put this tutorial up. Let me know if there's something that you guys would like to see. I have looks in mind, but I always like to listen to you guys, and if there's something specific that you guys would like to see, just let me know. First color that I'm going to take out of the quad is the color Strength. And it's this really nice, like, I consider it a camel color. And I'm going to take that on a, what is it? It is a Morphe MB25 brush. If you hear my dog walking around, he's hanging out with me today. And I'm going to put that in my crease as well, but mainly focus it just right there in that socket. And then I'm actually, you know what, I'm going to use that on my lid as well, just because it's such a neutral color. And I'll go ahead and I'll use that same MB25 brush just to brush it over the lid. I actually really like this color. It's very subtle, has a little bit of a sheen to it. I can't call it a matte. I think that's what it's considered though. No, it's considered a satin, and that's really what I would consider it as. But I just love the color. It's so neutral, and I don't know, I just think it's really pretty. In the outer crease and mainly the outer V, I'm going to take the color Bravery, which is considered a matte, and it's just like this really like warm brown. But I can't really consider this a matte. I think it's more of a satin as well, but I really love the color. And I'm going to take that on the Sephora Airbrush Shadow, and mainly focus that on our outer V and maybe a little bit into the outer crease. To go over that, I consider it a camel color. I'm going to take the color Kindness, and this is the sheer opal. It's a very kind of like a purplish red with blue sparkles in it. And I'm actually just going to use that on my finger because of how sheer it is. And we're just going to put that over our lid. And then with that MB25, just go back over the crease just to blend that all out. Make sure we don't have any harsh lines. For the inner corner, I'm going to take the other sheer opal, and this is in the color Hope. And I'm just going to put that in my inner corner, but I'm going to use my Morphe M508. It's just like a really tiny shader brush. For the lower lash line, I'm going to go back in with the color Bravery, which was that warm brown color. And I'm going to take that on a Makeup Geek Outer V brush, but I use it as a pencil brush. And then to blend that out just a little bit, we'll take that crease color, which was Strength, and just blend that underneath it. To highlight the brow bone, I'm just going to use my Laura Mercier Matte Radiance highlight in 01 on my, this is an Urban, nope, this is a Crown brush. It's the crease shadow brush. To line my lash line and the upper waterline, I'm going to use, this is the, I don't even know how to spell it. I would assume it's Joka Cosmetics. It's just a black eyeliner. That was another Ipsy bag find, and I actually really like it. It's very, very creamy. And then for the lash line, upper lash line, I'm going to use the ColourPop gel liner in Call Me, which is a really nice like dark purplish brown. And I'm just going to run that along my lash line. For mascara, I'm just going to use my CoverGirl Lash Blast Volume. For the face highlight, I'm just going to go ahead and use that Laura Mercier highlight in 012 with a Morphe M601. Which I think I'm going to switch and change my mind on. I like it, but since I washed it, I don't know, it kind of frayed out a little bit more than I like. And then for lips, I'm going to use the Pacifica Power of Love natural lipstick. This is in the color Nude Red. I love the color of this, but the smell of it stinks. I don't know why, but it's a little off-putting. But I like the color. And then to finish off the look, I'm just going to use my Scandinavia Finishing Makeup Spray. This is the bridal edition, but I like all of them. And there you have it, guys. This is the final look. I really hope that you guys enjoy. It's just a really simple, everyday kind of look, but I really like using the Metamorphosis palette. I think she did a really great job on the colors, and I really like the sheer opal colors, just because you don't really see a lot of those, but it's nice just to overlay with another color, just to kind of give it a little oomph. So yeah, I hope that you guys enjoy, and until next time, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye!